What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the 240. I've been having a problem where I'm pretty sure it's the knock sensor that is bad. I threw a check engine code 14 and 34. 14 is for the speed sensor, but I don't understand how that could be failing because my speedometer works. And then 34 is the knock sensor, and this thing has been insanely slow. I feel like it's retarding timing possibly because it thinks the motor's knocking. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll be taking a look at that. And the knock sensor is in a horrible location to fix. It's in a really pain in the butt spot. I'll show you guys in that in a second, but just an update on the car. I have been daily in the 240 for about 6 months. Hasn't given me any problems really. The only thing I've had to do is put a new alternator in it, but that's just regular maintenance, you know. I also recently took the Foxbody out of hibernation, so this thing is back on the road. I got collector plates for it, so I don't have to run a front plate for it here in Washington State. But I got all the chrome wheels on it. I'll show you. The headlight fix I did, I can't seem to get this thing to get clean at all. It's really disgusting. It's really bad compared to the other one, but I think I'm just gonna end up getting new headlights for this thing. My plan for this thing was kind of just do a budget build, but I kind of realized that this car is actually not that bad. It's actually in pretty decent shape, and I think I'm just gonna fix it up, kind of restore it, I guess you could say. So the things we need to do with the Foxbody is I need to change the oil. It's been a while since I changed the oil in it. And I need to put in the center console. The whole center console is missing out of the car, and the trim for the vent and all that. That needs to be replaced. I need to get a new shifter boot right here. It's completely toasted. And I need to replace the rear transmission seal. I ordered one off of LMR. It should be here in a couple days. That's going to be a future video. I need to put in a turn signal and park light bulb on the headlight that looks like crap, just so it's safe and road legal, I guess you could say. But I took it for a drive yesterday, and the thing drove pretty dang nice. And then after that, I think the plans for this thing is to get new seats, because currently I have the passenger seat in the driver's seat because the bracket for the driver's seat on the back left of the actual of the seat busted. So, and I don't know where I put that. That was like a year ago. My brother can weld now, so if I could find that bracket, we could just weld it back on. It might not be super safe, but at least I'd be able to have the driver's seat back on the driver's side, because the way that it works, I'm slightly tilted one way, and it just kind of feels awkward driving because I'm not sitting directly straight in front of the wheel. Another thing I want to do is get a new wheel. The steering wheel is not my favorite thing. I don't like it. I like the size. I don't think I want to step up to a 350 millimeter in this car. I like the 330. I have a 350 D&D wheel in the 240, which works good, but for this car, with how close my knees are kind of to the steering wheel, I don't think I want to upsize this to a 350. This is my S13 if you guys haven't seen it. Starting up his S550. He got that recently. Sounds pretty mean. It's a 5.0. It does have the 8-speed automatic in it, I believe. So where the knock sensor is, it's underneath, in between the intake manifold here. You're not going to be able to see it just because of the lighting, but man, I don't know how I'm going to tackle this. I've watched one video on YouTube of a guy doing it, and he had some like 16-inch extension with a swivel tip on the end that was magnetic, and I don't know, it might just be easier to take off the intake manifold, but that's a lot of work because you got to take all the injectors out, you got to move the fuel lines, the intake, the actual like intake. What I'm going to try to do is take out the knock sensor and see how that goes, and if I can get it out, then I can probably get it back in without taking the intake manifold off, but we'll see. Well, we got it out. It was not too fun getting that thing out of there. I was getting pretty pissed off because it is really tight down there. But this is what it is right here. It's got a crack all on the side, so I'm pretty sure this is the reason it's throwing the code. But what I ended up doing is I disconnected it from the little bracket right in here. I disconnected these so that I could fit my wrench down in there with the 16-inch extension. I moved this so I could come in from the back, but in reality that didn't work at all. And then the number one thing that helped me get it out was I used this coat hanger, fished it down in there, looped it around the hole in this, and then ended up pulling it all the way back out through here. So it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get this thing back in, but let's head to the auto parts store in the Foxbody and pick up the new one. I figured since I was here, why not pick up some ATF fluid for the Foxbody's transmission when we replaced that tail shaft seal. But this is the knock sensor we got right here. As you can tell from the other clip, my old one was cracked all up on these sidewalls here, so hopefully that was the main problem. My thing is, it's just going to be a pain in the ass to get this thing back on, because it was a struggle getting it off, but we're going to see what we can do. Well, with the help of Sammy D, we got it in, and it seems to be running a little better, but won't know on the throttle response until we take it out for a drive. So let's go take it for a rip. Well, we got it fixed and it helped out quite a bit. It still sputters a little bit at idle, but I don't think that was due to the knock sensor. That wouldn't have made sense anyway. But the throttle response is a lot better, and I'm really glad that we ended up getting it fixed thanks to Sam. He was the one who really finessed it and got it in there. Sorry I didn't film too much of us actually installing it, but there's not much you would have been able to see anyways. I think we're gonna go on a little cruise. Sam's gonna take his 3rd gen Camaro with the 383 stroker in it, and I'm gonna take the Foxbody. It's such a nice day out, figured why not just go for a drive and have a little fun. Alright, Sam's gonna try to do a burnout in the Mero. We're gonna see how this goes. Alright. You ready? Yeah, go for it. Don't be right beside me. You're good? Gave her a little. That one sucks. Yeah. It just hooked. Like, you want to record me doing one? Sure.
Braked, and I was just like pinned her and it just hooked, and the brakes just were not holding it.
That was kind of fun. I got a little squirrely there. I started going sideways there at the end.
That's for sure.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. But that was pretty fun going on the cruise. We're just chilling in the parking lot now, but we'll figure out something to do. How's she running?
Good. I just need a manual trans, dude.
Yeah.
Auto's not the life. No. TV6, yeah. And some kind of rear end option.
Yeah. How you doing on temp? You all good?
Oh yeah. It runs cold with the fans off.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Runs like 160. 60.
I'm still getting a vibration at like 60, 70 when we pushed it that one time. Yeah, it was a little
Something up the front here.
a little sketchy, but mine needs a wash so bad. Oh, I want to see the video, see the clip, see if I laid any tracks down. I couldn't tell, but we got a little bit of rubber chilling on the car. Fun stuff. Well guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Me and Sam are on our way back home. If you guys liked it, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see more. You guys have a good one.